Bitcoin is pressing up against monthly resistance, and the next move could set the tone for the entire quarter. ETF inflows are still flowing, derivatives are leaning bullish, and memes, they're still coiling. Today we're zooming out to the monthly charts to get a full bird's eye view of where things stand in the market. So let's jump in. So we're looking at the monthly. Okay, zooming out helps filter the noise. Monthly candles tell the real trend story, and April, right here, just closed. So let's break it down. April closed green, as you can clearly see, but left a long lower wick after failing to break 95,000. Small little upper wick. Okay, it's just trading under 97,000. Right now, it's actually trading at 97,482. Right at a massive resistance zone between 95 and 100,000. Bitcoin has printed higher lows, right? Quite a few of them. 4 higher lows, 4 higher monthly lows. You could say 5. Still well above long-term support. As you can see right here, we're actually well above the 50 EMA, and we're above other EMAs that are not pictured here. So the macro trend is intact. The RSI is holding bullish territory, and it still has some room to grow. We're not at 70 on the month. Okay, so we still have a little bit of room to move up. Okay, after 2 months, well, so February, right? February and March, we saw April finally move up. Although we got scared though, right? With that wick, that was some scary times. But it moved up in strength, and now let's see what this month brings. May bring some hope. Takeaway: Bitcoin is coiling beneath one of the most important resistance zones of the cycle. If we break $100,000 in May, it could unleash a parabolic phase. Until then, we could probably expect a little bit more consolidation. Let's move on to derivatives and spot positioning. ETF inflows. After a minor outflow day on the 30th of April, May 1st brought in $422.5 million of net inflows, led by I think it was Fidelity or BlackRock. Don't quote me, but what matters most is the inflows. Okay, who the leader is doesn't matter as much. Open interest by strike price. It's call heavy. All right, it's call heavy. Most contracts stacked at 100, 110,000, and even 120,000. Very few puts below 90,000. So that means that's a strong bullish skew. All right. Calls are essentially bets that the market's going to go up, and puts are essentially bets that the market is going to go down. Gamma exposure. Let's look at the GEX. The largest GEX cluster remains at $100,000. If we close above $97.5 thousand, gamma acceleration may trigger a squeeze towards $100,000. What does Max Payne tell us? Max Payne's at 90,000. Okay. Suggests that dealers want Bitcoin below 95,000, but the bulls are pushing it, and I honestly don't think that they're gonna allow the dealers to push below $95,000, guys. And what does the smile chart tell us? All right, this is them. All right, so the bullish skew is intact. Short dated calls are commanding higher premiums, which means traders are betting on upside. That's big. That's big. IV, implied volatility term structure. Implied volatility is rising, especially in 1 to 2 week contracts. That means not panic. It's pre-breakout hedging and positioning. Very, very good. Very, very positive. Funding rates. They are slightly positive, which means no leverage blowout. And spot versus derivatives. Coinbase and ETF data confirms that this is spot driven, so it's not a leverage pump. That's still the case. And so the takeaways from that: we are at a moment of confluence. Spot flows are strong. Calls are stacked. Gamma is loaded. A close above 97.5 thousand could flip the switch and send Bitcoin flying towards $105,000. But if we stall here, expect some more chop, some more sideways action. And let's take a look at the macro landscape on the monthly. Okay, we're going to be looking mainly on the monthly. Bitcoin that we saw is on the monthly. The DXY, you can see it very nicely here. Since April of 2022, we've been above this line, right? Just recently, last month and this month now, we're right now rejecting off of that 100.37. We're at 99.98. If we reject, I can see us coming back down here to 96 to 90 or 95. Okay. for the DXY. US dollar weakness means bullish tailwinds for Bitcoins. Bond yields, what do the 10 and 2 year tell us? No, that's money supply. This is the 2 year holding on to 50 EMA support. This is the 10 year above both the 50 and 100, but below 4.57, 4.56% right now at 4.32%. Okay, they're kind of consolidating sideways lately, drifting lower. Okay, and that reflects slower growth. It also reflects future Fed rate cut expectations. Okay, so let's see what happens, and also that it is going kind of sideways on the lower part of this this channel, if you want to call it. If we put a channel here, you see it on the lower part, lowerish part. It's not saying thank God recession. Okay, so that's positive. VIX at 22.51. Let's put this one on the daily because this one I think just makes more sense on the daily. All right, as you can see right there, we're heading towards 20.38. Okay, 20.38. Volatility is calming down, which means risk on is returning. Now equities. Let's go back to the monthly. Look very similar. This is the Dow Jones. Actually, let me put it like this. This is the month that closed, right? April. All right, you can see the long wick rejected off of the 50 EMA. All right, small little body. It's still closed red, right? But it could have been a lot worse. If we were down here, that would have been a lot worse. We've seen wicks like this before, and what happened? Resumption of upwards. Okay, so let's see if that is in fact the case. This is indicative, this type of candle formation is indicative of a reversal. We see the same thing here on the NASDAQ, indicative of a reversal. NASDAQ for the month actually closed green. The S&P, it's closed red, but small little body, indicative of a reversal. So that's really good, guys. Reflects that it's constructive, okay, but it's not yet euphoric. We have to get above. We have to go higher, right? We're approaching all-time highs, right? Where at least we're not way down here, okay, on all of them, okay? So it's not euphoric, but it is constructive, okay? They all seem to be pushing higher, okay? Although the Dow out of the three is lagging, but that's okay. And the takeaway: macro is not fighting Bitcoin right now. The dollar is soft, rates are stable, and equities are climbing. This is a green light environment for a breakout if Bitcoin wants it. Now let's take a look at others. Similar in the candle structure, right? Long wick, and then see how everything is kind of interconnected. You can see it in the charts. Long wick, okay, which is indicative of a reversal, right? And this is the first green candle we've had in 4 months. Remember, we're looking at others. Total market cap of crypto, excluding the top 10 on the monthly. Okay, every candle represents a month, guys. 4 months of down, and finally we see a reversal. Long wick, body closed green, small body, and above this trend line, as you can see right here, right? You can see it clearly. Okay, so it still hasn't lost that structure, and it means to me, first things first, we got to get up here over 270, 250. Right now it's at 238 billion. Right, but eventually I think we're gonna do something like this, get up here and break up a lot higher, guys. Okay, so things are looking good. That we didn't drop, right, is fantastic. Holding strength, guys, after 4 months of dropping. Okay, April proved to be green. Okay, so that's very, very positive. So the takeaway: others is ready, but not yet unleashed. If Bitcoin breaks 100,000, expect altcoin rotations to accelerate. And now let's take a look at my Fab 4. Right, and you have other tokens, right? You have other meme coins, altcoins, whatever. Take a look at their charts. Take a look at their charts. See how they stack up against these ones on the monthly. See, tell me what you think. These things are looking pretty good. Mr. Miggles, for example, okay, right here at fighting 0.037. Okay, we break that, we're going higher, guys. We're probably gonna go at least up here to 9 cents, right? At some point, but we got to break here first. Okay, Toshi, same thing. The structure is looking very bullish. All right, we are above this point of control. Okay, I think the next stop for Toshi, as I've been mentioning, 3071. KeyCat also higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, and up against it. Up against right here, the point of control at 2036. Right now we're at 2031. We break through here, we're going at least to 006. All right, the top of these bodies. As you can see, very volatile the last few months too. Strong up and down, right? Down, big up, strong down, big up, strong down. And let's see, but still low, higher low. Okay, so we can expect, I would expect minimum 2065 if the rest of the market complies. And so KeyCat is looking pretty good, guys. On the monthly, I think KeyCat is looking pretty good. They're all looking pretty good, to be honest with you. Dog and me, right? Same thing, up against the point of control, 3065. Right now we're at 3053. Okay, we break that. We can expect this trend to continue, and I do expect this trend to continue, and I expect it to go even higher than 0012 for dog and me. Okay, up around here somewhere. And if we break that, this thing could go parabolic quickly, guys. Okay, so that's what things are. This is what all the charts are telling me on the monthly. The takeaways: the meme coin sector is leaning bullish, but we still need Bitcoin to lead. Okay, they all look pretty good. They all look pretty good. Toshi might look the best. Dog and me and KeyCat, they're at crucial points, right? Crucial points. But if we get past that, we're gonna move up. We're gonna move up, and Miggles looks prime. By the way, on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, I'm gonna make a deep dive on Miggles like I did last Wednesday for Toshi. Okay, so I'm gonna do that every week for my Fab 4, so you get a better idea of what these coins are all about. Okay, and why I keep putting them in these videos, guys. Okay, I think they're $1 billion coins, guys. $1 billion market cap coins. And Twitter sentiment. Let's look at Twitter sentiment. All right, so I looked at the mood. Okay, the mood is mixed but tilting bullish. Okay, retail is re-engaging thanks to meme coin volatility and Bitcoin's recent rally. The top narratives, the top headline news: Bitcoin, or what people are chattering about. Bitcoin to $100,000. Okay, Trump meme coin had a 65% pump. The Fed pivot optimism. Okay, people are waiting on that Fed pivot, talking about that Fed pivot, and base ecosystem buzz thanks to token 2049, which is not a show. I forget what it is. It's an event. It's an event. All right, so we're still getting residual hype from that base ecosystem, guys. I should make a video about the base ecosystem. If you want me to make a video about the base ecosystem, leave a message in the comments section. Tell me, hey, do it. So the FOMO level is increasing, but not frothy. Mostly retail, no major whale signals just yet. And the takeaways: the sentiment is heating up, memes are trending, and retail is back. This is the kind of setup that precedes explosive moves. All eyes are on the king, on Bitcoin. And so my final analysis, final synthesis, probabilistic forecast. The next 5 to 10 day outlook: Bitcoin pushes through 98 to 100,000. I give that a 60% probability. Gamma squeeze likely if confirmed. Scenario of Bitcoin consolidating in around the 95 to 97.5 thousand range. I give it a 25% probability. Base building ahead of next wave. And the scenario of Bitcoin rejecting below 94,000, I give it a 15% probability. Would signal failed breakout attempt. We don't want that. So what does this mean for you? Okay. We are in a spot-led rally, the best type of rally we could get, right? With derivatives setting the stage for acceleration. Macro is aligned, sentiment is rising, meme coins are waiting. The next move could come fast. If Bitcoin closes above 98,000, the $100,000 door is wide open. Make sure you're not too late to the party. All right, we're going to leave it there. Guys, if you can, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. I'm trying to grow this channel, and all that stuff really does help. With all that said, I will see you guys Monday. Have a good weekend. Talk to you then. Peace.